Hello Dale, I'm a lady of 63 and in the last 3 months I have 2 urine infections. I use the antibiotics the doctor gives me, but then I get another problem. The ladies suffer from, I'm sure you know what I mean, and please can you give me some advice, dearer?
Yeah, absolutely.
I do know.
There's several steps to this. The first thing is to make sure that you've got a real nice steady urinary flow. So obviously keeping yourself well hydrated, so that your urinary tract is constantly in use. Dandelion tea, a really fantastic diuretic, helps to stimulate kidney function a little bit. But the best thing for actually treating them, instead of going the antibiotic route, is a herb called buku, which is spelled B-U-C-H-U. It's originally from South Africa, really common in the health food stores in this country now. You get it in a liquid form, you must make sure it's in a liquid form. It's got a lovely black currant-like flavour, it's really nice and pleasant to take. Just literally put about 30 to 50 drops in a little bit of water every hour, and that's a fantastic urinary tract antiseptic, because that thing that gives it the black currant-like flavour, the essential oil, doesn't get broken down by the body and it's actually excreted via the urine. And as that essential oil travels through the urinary tract, it can literally pluck any bacteria off the wall of the urinary tract and flush it out. So it actually stops them embedding themselves in there and initiating the infection. So yeah, and if you avoid the antibiotics, then you will tend to, avoid the other problems as well.
Okay, fantastic. Hope that helps. I'm sure it will.
The Greenhouse with Jill Goslet.
Getting better.
I'm desperate to taste that. That looks lovely.
Wonderful.
I can't wait to taste this. I know you might not believe me, but this is raw food in here and it really does look absolutely delicious. We've got a bit of a buffet going on. We've got lots of things to taste. We're going to tell you a little bit about them. I'm going to be absolutely honest with you. Amy's in the other room as well. She's going to have a little taste as well. We're going to be completely honest and tell you if we like it or if we don't like it. But I'm interested as well to know. We're going to be talking all afternoon about what you eat and health in your body and what you put in and what, obviously what you eat is how healthy you're going to feel. So we're going to be talking all about that. If you've got any questions at all, you want to come through and speak to Dale, 08459 455 555. Chris, I feel very flushed and very weak. Can you please give some advice?
Yeah, there's a really easy home remedy and one of my favourites, and I think it's just really delicious anyway. Garlic honey. Literally 2 or 3 cloves of garlic, chopped up finely, coat it in honey and a little bit of water, and just leave it to infuse for a day or so.
And then
then literally just take it off the teaspoon. It's absolutely divine. It's heavenly, Jill. Honestly.
But don't kiss anybody after.
Then obviously there's things like echinacea, which you can get in liquid form from the health food store. Don't worry about the dosages that are on the bottle. It's a waste of time. Literally just get about 50 to 100 drops, put it in a little bit of lukewarm water and gargle with it. Gargle with it for as long as you can and then swallow it.
Then swallow it. You don't.
And then swallow it. Yeah.
No spitting out.
And do that like every couple of hours.
And tell us as well, if you're eating honey that is grown locally, it's good for your immune system. Am I right, or is that not right?
There is a train of thought, but it would have to be it would have to be literally out of your back garden, and literally from bees that have been exposed to exactly the same pollens that you are on your day-to-day regime.
But you can pick up some certain if you eat. I mean, local honey is better than just normal honey, or not? No.
Maybe from the carbon footprint perspective, but I personally don't buy into the theory of the local honey thing. I just don't think that there's enough evidence there. Nothing's convinced me as yet. I can understand where the actual chain of thoughts come from.
Yeah, and I do remember speaking to a lady whose son had really bad eczema for years, and she put him on local honey, and it did clear up. Coincidence? We don't know.
Honey in itself is very healing because of its enzymatic content. It's got some amazing healing enzymes in there and different compounds, especially if it's manuka.
Manuka honey. We've still got lots of emails coming through for your gardening, and we've got lots of emails coming through to Dale as well. If you've got a question, after 1 o'clock we're going to be talking about the menopause in particular, aren't we? We're going to be touching on the symptoms and talking about things that you can take for remedies for that, so do stay tuned for that. But if you've got any other ailments and you want a bit of advice, the number you need to ring is 08459 455 555.
That's the lovely thing.
Coming to taste some might make you feel better. Come on.
Rules to suspend stamp duty.
What?
Right, what are we tasting? Let's make sure I don't touch anything.
BBC Three Counties Radio. The Unite Union
It's
says it's standing by its claim that a car plant in
Which
the
I carry on
UK
my
is on the
travel,
brink of closure.
because you can't always get
Unite wants the
greens
government
to
to offer
hand, so I
financial
tend to
help to the
carry
motor
powder
industry
form.
but wouldn't
So
identify the factory.
you've got that,
Culture
or you've
Secretary
made that?
Burnham
Have you
says
bought
No,
that, or
I
you've made
very
it?
I
damaging.
buy
I
these
think it's
online.
irresponsible really
It's
to
like
put
powdered down. What is it?
an unfounded
That's spirulina.
of that kind
Oh,
into the public
spirulina,
domain.
that's
It's
supposed to be
quite clear
brilliant
to
for you.
anybody with
Full of
eyes and ears of the
proteins.
car industry
That one is
is
fine.
facing a very difficult time.
And
A
it's coming to try
teenage
some,
girl
she's
who went missing in
poorly.
Hertfordshire has been found
Have
safely
you
well.
got to try that?
15-year-old
This
Hannah
one's really
Kirby, who
amazing.
has a
It's a
medical
key
condition
lime
that causes
pie.
dizziness,
Natural.
left her
That's
home in
lovely, I
London
like
City
that.
on
Sounds like
Wednesday
tomato.
night.
That,
Right,
what is that? That
right,
is
okay.
lovely.
Her big
Tastes
girl
my
crashed
lips
around
cracked.
last
That's
year
cashew
last year.
Instead of
The speeding
spread.
train hit a
Yeah.
coach
What's
full
this
of
one?
tourists
That's
near a
corn,
ski
sweet
resort.
corn with a bit of
Financial
spice,
regulators are
chilli.
being given more powers
That
to
is
intervene at
lovely.
short notice
And
if
this
they
is
get
fruit
into
leather. I make
difficulties.
that for my
The new
children.
Banking Act comes into force today.
Yeah, we've
Shadow
got,
Treasury Minister Mark Hoban says it could
Get
prevent
down.
another Northern Rock
They
style
don't go for all
crisis.
of it. When that's a little lime pie.
That is delicious. So what have you got on here?
that one, Jill, that is just
What is this on here?
That's olives, sun-dried tomatoes,
The
and
government's being
avocado,
urged to move the
fresh
limit for
basil.
stamp duty. A group of influential Labour
And
members
that's
want the
very
Chancellor
nice.
to
That's
suspend
raw
stamp
hummus,
duty
but
for
made
the
with
rest of
cashew
this year
nuts.
on
Very
property
nice.
sales up to £1
Very
million.
nice.
They're urging the government to
These are
spend
nice
an
as
extra
well.
£20 billion to stimulate the housing market.
That's
Corn.
sweet
The scheme
corn.
launches today to encourage dog walkers
Oh,
to
that
take
is
part
lovely,
in
that other
Hertfordshire.
Hummus
Stevenage
for the-
neighbourhood
Just
team are
taste this
hoping
first.
walkers will report any suspicious activity
Oh.
and things like
I
graffiti
love
or
hummus.
fly
I
tipping.
do. I promise.
And it may be the top movie awards tomorrow. The
that?
Woburn Safari
It's a
Park
fruit
in
leather.
Bedfordshire has been shortlisted for
This
tourism
is
as
nice
its very own
frozen.
Oscars.
I
It's one
froze
of
it.
those chosen
Nice
for the
cream,
Enjoy
lime
England Awards by
sorbet.
visiting
Oh, that
it.
is lovely.
It's up
I
against
like
the Science
hummus
Museum
and
in
the other.
London and Drayton Manor theme park
What's
in
this?
Staffordshire,
Taste a
the
little
large
bit.
visitor
Yeah.
attraction
That's
shortlist.
lime and
Now Watford will
avocado.
check on the fitness of
Sorry, my
midfielders
fingers.
Ross Jenkins and Lee Williamson ahead of the championship
Oh.
match against Blackpool this
Nice.
afternoon. Both
It's
suffered
lovely
loss
straight
during
out
the midweek
from
win
the
against
superfood.
Swansea.
It's like this,
Alex manager
spirulina.
Brendan
That's
Rodgers
lovely.
hopes the team can start to perform better away from home.
Chocolate mousse,
Quality
it's
is
healthy.
particularly
Got
at
to taste a
home
bit of raw
and
chocolate.
pretty
Oh,
similar.
God.
It's obviously
It's melted.
a
That's
pie.
used coconut
It's
very
milk.
nice.
It's obviously been a product
Oh, that's good.
Again, they're better
Nice.
straight
you
out
know,
of
in
the
the early
fridge.
parts of the season, you know, and obviously something that we've tried to.
You know the one thing, I don't know how to play this CD in, that's why I've got them to put your thing on the running order.
So you have to be resolute, you have to stick together, and you have to have a really good team unity.
Very nice. Very
Luton
nice.
Play Shrewsbury at
It's
home
straight
for the
out
MK
from the-
Yeah,
Dons
really,
after
really
win on
cold.
to face Tranmere.
This is raw
Stevenage
chocolate,
Borough
yeah.
in the FA Fourth
Yeah, they're
Trophy
melting
fourth
a little
round
bit now.
against
So
Forest
again,
Green
these are
Rovers.
things you keep in the
BBC Three
fridge.
Counties Radio first for news.
Beds, hearts and bugs weather. BBC Three Counties Radio.
It's been a lovely, mild and dry day so far today.
Which one would you say, Kirsty? Which one would you say to play?
The first one.
Is it going to be on your new album?
Overnight, but it should be mild with temperatures no lower than around 4 or 5 Celsius. That sets the scene for another mild day tomorrow. It will be rather cloudy compared to what we've seen today though, but still some brightness breaking through at times and highs of 12 Celsius, that's 54 in Fahrenheit. This is Sarah Keith Lucas from the BBC Weather Centre for Three Counties Radio.
The BBC in bed.
Lovely, that.
Very
Like
nice.
it all.
Three Counties Radio.
Welcome back to the last hour of the greenhouse this Saturday. I can't believe it. I'm talking with my mouth full. My mum would be slapping my wrist if she was here. I have during the travel and the news been sampling some of our Gauntlets Gourmet today. It's a bit later. We're taking you through until 1 o'clock. We've got a mixture of guests in the studio. If you've just joined us, welcome to the greenhouse. We're here every Saturday from 11. First hour of the show is always gardening. The gardening stays throughout the rest of the show. We give you a little bit of a weaving in between the show. We also have Gauntlets Gourmet, which is the recipe of the week. And this week it's from Kirsty Hawkshaw. She's a musician and we're going to be listening to some more of her music as well coming up, but she eats raw food. And we've been sampling quite a lot of different dishes that she's brought in today. We've got a buffet in front of us, all of raw food. And I have to say, I didn't really think, I'm going to like that, but I have sampled some absolutely beautiful food just now during the news and travel. We're going to